Hey guys, this is Sean S here, and I'm back with my second ever review. I'm sorry I haven't really been active for a few weeks because I was burned out of material and I quit commentaries. So today's review is going to be on a video game in which I consider to be one of the worst video games I have ever played. Yes, worse than anything else from Activision. I mean, as bad as those games were, they were at least playable. I mean, they feel like masterpieces compared to this. And also, there are so many problems with this game that I don't even know where to begin to start. So with the introduction aside, let's begin the review. So before we get to the story and gameplay, I would like to bring up my first problem with this game. What's the point of putting a name system if Mikey's just gonna come up and spell your name for you? I mean, this may be a minor nitpick, but what's the point of that? So the story in this game is... Wait a minute, did I just say that there was a story in this game? Scratch that, there is no story. I mean, if you want a story for you, well, here it is. The turtles go around fighting Razar, Baxter Stockman, Tiger Claw, Neutralizer, and Shredder. In the end, Leo tries to save Karai. That's pretty much it for the story. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest, there is just no story in this game. Now that we have the story and the name system behind, let's get on to the really awful things about this game. First of all, the music. Did I even bring up about the music yet? Let me say something about the music. It may not sound like nails on a chalkboard, but that still doesn't excuse it. Because the music in this game is repetitive. It really is. I mean, I can't even describe how annoying this soundtrack is. It may not sound bad like some other games, but trust me, it's annoying to listen to over and over again. Just because a soundtrack does sound good, people won't want to listen to the same part of the song over and over again. Just like what I said in my older commentaries back in the day. Second off, the respawning of enemies. I'm dead serious. Whenever you leave a room to go get something, there will always be enemies that respawn in a room, so you have to stop and fight them all over again if you go in a room of some sort. It may not be as bad as leaving the screen and different enemies pop up, but that's not saying much. That's like saying that burning a shed is better than burning a house. Third problem is the controls. Okay, the controls may not be bad. I mean, the controls are at least fluid and yeah. But my problem with the controls is that when you press either the square button on the PlayStation 3 controller or the X button on the Xbox 360 controller, it forces you to use special attacks. Do you want some proof? Well, here's some proof for you. Seriously, guys? That's like if in Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, you weren't allowed to finish the fight without performing a special move, but you don't have to perform a special move in those games. Fourth, you have to earn the ability to double jump. I'm not kidding.
Yo, C-Dog, what up? Something is definitely going on with the crank, but I can't figure out what. But if you're looking for mutagen, my guess is it's in TCRI. The bad news is they locked the place down. The good news is I scoped a new entrance. Thing is, you won't be able to reach it with a normal jump. you're gonna have to double jump. Check this out. It's easy. You just jump a second time while you're in midair. This should get you high enough to reach the TCRI entrance. Later, dudes. I got some Krang to mess up. Street side.
Dude, hold up. Where did you learn that sweet move?
Saw it in a video game once. Gungala!
5, and this is my biggest problem with the game. This game is completely unplayable. Why, you may ask? Well, whenever you die, you go into another room with one turtle, and you cannot get any of the turtles back because they're hidden in a random room. So my final thoughts for this game is that this is one of the worst video games I have ever played. You know, some of the worst games that other people consider the worst games on the internet had at least some appeal. But this game, barely anything. The only good things about this game is that, well, the controls, the graphics, and the camera are decent, but those are the only things that are good about this game. This game is definitely getting a 1 out of 10. And not only that, it also gets a garbage pail rating. The only reason why I gave it a 1 out of 10 because there's at least 3 things to like about this game. However, this is still one of the worst games I have ever played. It's not the absolute worst, but yeah, it's one of the worst. Anyways, with all that said, here is my top 8 reasons as of why I hate this game. With all that said, here we go. Number 8, the story. Due to the fact that there's just no story in this game, just makes it come up at number 8. Number 7, Mikey putting in your name for you. What's the point of putting in a name system if Mikey's just going to put in your name for you? Number 6, earning the ability to double jump. Number 5, the respawning of enemies. Number 4 is the music. It's like listening to an annoying parrot repeat itself. Number 3, and I haven't brought this up in my actual review, but the navigation is really confusing in this game. In fact, most kids will think this is confusing. When I turned 14 back in August, and when I started playing this game back in September, I didn't know what to do in this game. I thought I was supposed to go down there instead of talking to Casey Jones. Number 2, the X or square button on the PS3 or Xbox 360 controller. I already talked about this earlier in the video, so if you want to figure out why this is number 2, go to an earlier part of the video. And the number 1 biggest reason as of why I hate this game is the unplayability. Yeah, this is not only the biggest problem with this game, but it's also the cause of some of the problems here. The reason why this game is unplayable is because, well, a lot of the problems here is what makes this game unplayable, and when you die, you go into another room and you cannot get the other turtles back because they're hidden in a random room. So that was pretty much it for my review. So first of all, Ninja Turtles is owned by Nickelodeon and Viacom, and the footage that I used in this review belonged to Cinemassacre, aka Avgn, Wiiteen Chilly, gocalibergaming, and Omega Primus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Sean S, and I'm signing out. So with the introduction to my third problem with the game is the controls. Okay, they may not be bad, however, my